And is there room for 2 trucks?
Probably put it in a 2-wheel drive so you get a full turning. Yeah, keep going.
Some details on the vehicles we're driving. Mike's driving a 2022 Tacoma, and he's got a Smitty built overland tent sitting on top of a rack. He likes that setup. He's got it mounted so that it opens off the rear so that it provides shelter if anybody wants to sleep inside the bed. I'm driving a 2007 Ford Ranger with a 5-inch wheel lift, 3-inch body lift, 4x4 obviously, and a $150 camper top on the back. It's a nice vehicle. I've codenamed it Money Pit for various reasons. This was the setup. 2 trucks parked in the middle, a 10x10 pop-up sun shelter with a 6-foot long folding table. If you're going to do crownland camping, bring a table with you, as they don't supply picnic tables. This is a review of the F40C4 TMP 12-volt fridge freezer. I got this off of Amazon. I bought it myself. This is not sponsored. If they want to sponsor me, go right ahead. This is a great device. It's a 24-quart 12-volt fridge freezer. Runs on 12-volt or 24-volt. You can see here it's got an internal temperature set at 32. It's pulling getting 14 volts from our battery, and I'll show you the battery in a second. It's got a sort of an odd lid where you can put stuff higher than the actual top of the fridge compartment, which comes in handy. I like it. I'm filming this off a DJI Osmo, and if any of you have ever used one of those, it tends to want to just focus on whatever the heck it wants to. The little head is like a bobblehead. It's going up and down. But anyways, what I'm trying to get to here is just the specs inside to let you know voltage and current. So it's 12 volt, 24 volt. It's 45 watts. It consumes, and it'll pull 3.7 amps at 12 volts or 1.8 amps at 24 volts. I ran this for a week at home off of AC adapter, and then here we're running it off of 12 volt. It's coming off of a marine battery. I recommend you use deep cycle battery. Don't try and pull it off a car battery. And you can see we've got a multitude of clips on the top. It's just a Nautilus battery. We actually use it as a trolling motor battery. You might be able to read the specs off the battery here if you're really quick and really good. Its battery is about a year and a half, 2 years old, but we've always kept it on a low trickle charger. You can see here it's hooked up to the panel. The panel says it's putting 14.1 into the battery, or that's what the battery is sitting at right now. And we'll do a review of the panel as well. I've had this panel for probably 3 years. It's a 100 watt folding panel, which is kind of cool. The original intent was to put it on my motorcycle, or take it with me on my motorcycle camping to run my CPAP machine, but it's a little bit large for that. It's DOKIO, also off of Amazon. Links will be in the description below. It can maintain a charge on the battery for quite a while. And you can charge the battery, as you can see what I've done here, you can charge the battery at the same time that you're using the actual fridge freezer. Highly recommended. Get this, it'll save you from buying ice. This is a review of an awning that you can add onto your SUV, sometimes teardrop trailers, and in my case, I'm doing it off the canopy of my that's mounted to my Ranger. Hasika, it's from Amazon. Again, I bought this with my own money. It is not sponsored. It goes up pretty quick. It's basically 3 poles, 2 on the outside that support the awning, and then 1 across the middle. And it comes with a set of tent poles, and the tent poles also include tent bags that you can stuff rocks into or sand. I've got it set down at just a 2-pole height, and I think this is ideal. It provides a lot of shelter. And it's nice too because I sleep in the back of my camper, and when I come out, if it's raining, I actually have a nice dry spot. Those suction cups, as in the comments, if you read the comments for the article on Amazon, are crap. Use ratchet straps. You'll be much happier. This review is for an air mattress. It's made by Outbound. Got it from Crappy Tire. It is a piece of crap. Do not buy it. I used it once. It inflated. After that, it will not inflate. I use it as a doormat. Do not buy. Warning. And here's the view of our campsite from across the lake, nestled in amongst the trees. It was a very, very nice spot. And what camping trip would be complete without a bit of fishing and having a nice beer in the sun on a rock with nobody bothering you?
To your right. Not too much of that. To the right. Behind you.
You have to point to it. Chippy!
Chippy. Here. Yeah, it's all yours.
Chippy!
There you go. There's your show. Nope.
Sometimes you run across buttheads on crown land that for some reason don't understand the concept of if you brought it in, take it with you. And what they'll do is, if you're lucky, like in this case, for us, they take all their trash and throw it in the fire pit. So at least it's all in one place. You're not walking around everywhere. But inside there, broken liquor bottles, shards of glass everywhere, melted aluminum, and old food. So if you're one of these guys, please stop. Our last night at our beautiful campsite, we decided to pack up early. Sun shelter's down, shelter on my pickup truck is down. It was going to rain the next morning, and there's nothing worse than packing up gear in the rain. So it's all packed down. We were just sitting around after supper, just saying, well, let's just enjoy the quiet for a bit longer. And here's a look around at the campsite that we had. It's a nice little lake. There's a bunch of shoreline. You can camp all around the lake, different types of spots. Our spot, perfect for trucks. It was lumpy, lots of roots on the surface. You would not want to pitch a tent there and sleep on the ground unless you had cots. So it was a nice trip. This was a very, very nice spot, and probably the nicest one in the whole location, but a lot of other people chose to camp on the beach because it's sandy and soft, and they were, I guess, required to sleep on the ground based on the equipment that they brought with them. For us, not a big problem. We just sleep in the back of the truck or on top of the truck, as Mike did.